This is the world's most advanced robot vacuum. It's the Roborock Saros Z70. And in this video, I'm gonna show you how it works in the real world of my house. Now, Roborock sent this to me, but they haven't sent me any money. So you're gonna get an unbiased review of what's great and what's not. Let's talk about why this is the world's most advanced home robot. First, it's based on the Saros Z10, which is their super slim robot that's just under 8 centimeters high. Now it mops and vacuums, and it is the best robot we've tested so far. So they took the Z10 as a base to build upon, and then they added a 5-axis mechanical arm. So how does it work? First, in order to grip an object, it needs to work and understand 3D space. So it has an array of sensors and cameras. You've got a time of flight sensor in the front and also a camera. It also has a grip sensor that measures the weight of an object. Right now it can pick up a maximum of 300 grams. That's around 0.67 pounds. Now it's also got a camera here at the end of the arm, and you can see there's another sensor in here too. And all these sensors work together with AI in real time to create a dynamic 3D map of the environment it's in. Now it does a lot of onboard processing, but it also uses cloud processing to get smarter over time and create models of your home. So this is going to expect that things are going to change in your home, and it can adapt to those changing situations and learn your home and just get a little bit better. So that's the big picture. So what can it pick up? Well, right now it can only pick up a few things, and there are some limitations. First, it can pick up slippers. I'll show you in real time. So it can pick up these open-toed style of slippers, and it's a bit easier for it to pick up this open style slipper because it can grip it from both sides. Second, it can pick up these paper balls. It's very good at them. And I suppose that's kind of useful if you get angry while you're doing your taxes, or maybe you just want to play with your cats, like me. And third, it can pick up socks and other fabric items. I've been able to get it to pick up socks pretty consistently, so let's try some gloves. I haven't had it try to pick up a glove before. This is a new challenge. Might have some difficulty. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Victory is mine. Now, all of this to me is mind-blowing and amazing, but there are some limitations to what this thing can do. First, it's not fast. It's designed to run while you're not at home. You could easily pick up these things yourself, but of course, you could easily vacuum and mop yourself too, right? I think this is designed for people that have small children and want to save some time, and also just the hardcore tech enthusiasts like myself. So if you're purchasing one, I think it's important to set your expectations because it's not going to be able to pick up every object that you can think of in your home. In fact, kind of far from it. The reason is because there is a big focus on safety. First, personal safety for you and your family and your pets. And second, its own safety. It will not pick up something if it thinks that there might be a possibility that it's going to get damaged. So it does have a limit of 300 grams. And it can't pick up a lot of things like power cords. It's not going to pick up running shoes. It's not going to pick up electronic devices if you leave those on the floor. It's really only going to pick up a few categories of things that we already talked about. Now, plush toys are a maybe because it can pick up fabric and it can recognize some plush toys, but it's on I think it evaluates these things on a case-by-case basis. But sometimes when it's done cleaning an area and it goes back to pick up a slipper and put it away, it will say that it can't reach the destination, and then it'll just end the task. So how exactly do you control the arm? So the Saros Z70 does two things. It cleans and it organizes, and it switches back and forth between these tasks. And when you're setting up your room in the app, you can give it two zones, one to put shoes in, and you can also set up where the collection box is going to be. There's two ways to control it in the app. There's automated and manual. So when you start cleaning, it's going to go around your room and identify the objects it can pick up. Then you're going to see in the app the things that it can pick up with this claw symbol. And there's really not much for you to do when it's doing a regular cleaning run and it finds an object. It's just going to go pick it up after it cleans. However, you can also control the arm manually, and it's pretty fun. Go into the app, hit this remote control button. So I'm going to have it go out into the room. I'm going to have it try to pick up the slipper. Then you can hit remote control to pick up, and you can see if it's in this blue zone, it should be able to pick it up.
Start gripping an item. Remote viewing active. Remote viewing active.
Now you can also control it manually with these little buttons here. So I can control the arm, I can control the motion of it, and I can have it move out and try to grip something. So it's pretty tough to do, but it is kind of fun. The Saros Z70 has some amazing tech, and if you want to stay updated with that amazing tech and vacuum news, just subscribe to our upcoming newsletter at vacuumnerds.com. So all this tech is really cool, but how does it do with day-to-day cleaning? The Z70 is very much like the Saros 10R, the one without the robot arm. So like the 10R, it has dual rotating mop pads, which have very good performance. The mop pads can be left behind at the base station when it's going to go and vacuum carpet. It has the flexi arm side brush that is very effective at getting dirt out from corners. This is a different style of brush roll than the other Saros robots. You've got a red silicone part. You've got this comb over here, which is going to be used to cut hair. Let's see how anti-tangle this is. I scattered some long hair that's about 8 inches across the floor, and also some dog hair. That actually looks pretty good to me. Yeah, there's a little bit of pet hair here. I think that's kind of normal, but all the long hair, I don't see it on the roller at all. In our first test, we sprinkled 20 grams of sand onto hardwood. Then we calculated how much the robot picked up. And the Z70 picked up 100%, which is exactly what you would expect. Next, we sprinkled another 20 grams of sand, but this time on carpet. We set the robot to maximum suction and 2 passes. And this time it picked up 80% of the sand. A pretty high score and close to other robots in its class. Next, let's talk about the base station. It has an advanced dock that has 80 degrees Celsius hot water mop washing. It also has hot air mop drying. The dock can also refill the onboard water tank with warm water. Of course, it has auto dust emptying and a pretty easy to clean base plate. Now, I've lived with the Z70 for a couple of weeks, and I wanted to get my real world impressions out as quickly as possible. I'll get a full review out in the next couple of weeks, but I want to say that Roborock is the first to the market, and this is really amazing technology, so props to them. But the big question is, should you get one? So the quick and dirty answer is, it's not for everyone. However, if you love tech and you love robots and you want the latest and greatest, absolutely run out and get it. It is amazing because of what it can do and what it promises to do. But you also need to realize this is a first generation product, and I expect there's going to be a lot of firmware updates, and future products are going to be able to do what it does a lot better. So let me talk quickly about the downsides of this. So is it going to be able to clean up things in your home that it would normally just vacuum around? Well, it works really well on paper balls. It works pretty decently on slippers, and there's not a lot else. So it's pretty limited in what its capabilities are right now. And it definitely doesn't pick up all of the objects all of the time. In fact, I think it's successful in maybe 60% of the cases. So again, this is an early product. So if you want this, you need to go in setting your expectations at the right level. So honestly, it's probably not the best fit for most people. If you're looking for a super premium robot, the Roborock Saros 10R is extremely capable and does everything that the Z70 does, but without the arm. If you want to check out another amazing video, click right here.